friends, and welcome to another episode of Mo Makes. I'm your girl Momo. I do DIYs, upcycles, and sewing projects. Welcome to my channel. Things are slowly starting to get better here, which means that we can now go out. I wanted a nice summery dress to wear to go out. I'm not so sure about going to the restaurants to eat just yet, but we are certainly meeting with friends, which is such a relief because 2020 has been a difficult year for most of us, and half of the 2021 is gone and we haven't still returned to normal. So it's almost a year and a half of being stuck inside the house. So this summer I am starting to see my friends, share some laughs with them, get back to normal a little bit. So I had thrifted this polka dot dress a while ago and I hadn't had a chance to transform this dress or fix it. It's very big, it's very frumpy, and I don't quite like the style. In this video I will take you along and we are going to transform this dress from a large frumpy maxi dress to a light summery midi dress. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and let's get started. So let's take a look at the dress. This dress is made with viscose material. It's quite flowy. It has batwing sleeves. There's too much fabric in the back. It has a faux closure that isn't sewn down and moves around, exposing the cleavage, which is not desirable. It has a large waistband. I'm swimming in this dress. There are ties on the side that don't cinch the waist in, so they're useless. The skirt is okay, to be honest, but the length hits me at the ankle. Honestly, it looks like I'm wearing a safari tent, so I need to fix all of these issues. My inspiration for this upcycle comes from this Alexander McQueen dress. What I particularly love about this dress is the way shoulder gathers are created. This dress is made in taffeta material, which is a bit more structured than viscose, so the gathers look quite even, and the drawstrings are also made with long taffeta ribbons that gather the fabric on the shoulders and they fall below the knee. This is a very beautiful and dramatic look, but it's more of an evening look. Since I'm going to be wearing my dress out and about and around the house, I'm leaning towards a more daytime look with a more practical and comfortable design. So here's the game plan. I'm planning to separate the bodice and the skirt and create an elasticized waistband. I'm getting rid of the forewrap, close the front with a center seam, making a V-neck. I'm going to cut the sleeves off and create an A-line bodice. I'm going to make a channel and make drawstrings just like the Alexander McQueen dress. The first thing I want to do is to remove the elastic that my dress came with. It served no purpose. I will reclaim this elastic in another project. This separates the bodice from the skirt piece. Now I can adjust the length of the skirt to make it mid-calf length. I'm leaving the hem intact and taking the fabric away from the waist side so I don't have to redo the hems all over again. Next, I'm going to pin the four wrap pieces down the middle. I don't want this to be a very revealing neckline because it's an everyday look. So I'm measuring about 8.5 to 9 inches and I'm going to mark and place the pins where I need to cut off the crossover pieces. The cut pieces will join in the middle to create an 8.5 inch V-neck. To create an A-line bodice, I'm going to extend a line from the waistline outwards towards the shoulder. This looks like we're making an exaggerated drop shoulder, but the extra fabric on the shoulder will be used to create the gathers. To figure out the shoulder gathers, I'm going to put the bodice on my dress form. I'm using basting stitches to roughly see how the gathers will fall. This would also give me an idea of how long the drawstring channels need to be under the shoulder seam. For making the elasticized waistband, I'm considering this decorative white elastic with the black stripe in the middle. It's a soft elastic. I found it at Joann's a while ago, and I'm going to use this as an exposed waistband in this dress. If you're new to sewing and you want to boost your creative confidence, I highly recommend that you check out Creative Bug. Creative Bug is an online platform with a ton of classes and workshops for beginners. There are a bunch of very simple beginner level sewing step-by-step tutorials that you can watch and follow along. If sewing is not your thing, they have a ton of other classes. Creative Bug is owned by Joanne, so everything you see on there is easily available at joanne.com or Joanne's store, and I think that's a big plus for me. For instance, I was watching this tutorial about painting ceramic platters. They were using a very specific kind of ceramic paint pen. I was thinking to myself, like, how am I supposed to find out where to buy this thing? Like, I know nothing about ceramic painting, and I certainly haven't ever heard about ceramic painting pens, you know what I mean? So Creative Bug makes it very easy. Whatever you see in the video is available easily online or in store. But here's the problem. The annual subscription is $75. Although $75 is not that much for the wealth of content that is available. As a creative myself, it takes years to master your craft and to be in a position where you can actually share it with the world and to produce a video, and it takes a while. So I understand why the annual subscription is so expensive. That being said, I do have a good deal for you.
With this link, you can enjoy Creative Bug subscription for 2 months for $0, and check the description box for more offers.
That is an exclusive deal that you cannot miss because you will have access to all the tutorials. There's a lot of good ones here that I want you to see, so don't miss out on this offer.
I'm going to start with closing out the front pieces and create a clean straight seam down the middle. Next, I'm going to close the side seam, but first I'm taking out the basting stitches that mark the shoulder gathers. We don't need those anymore. I'm going to stitch the side of the blouse closed. Then I'm going to fold over the edge of the sleeve and create a simple rolled hem. I will repeat this process on the other sleeve. Next, let's move on to the shoulder drawstring channels. I'm going to cut out 2-inch wide strips from the scrap fabric. The length of this strip should be 2/3 the length of your blouse shoulder, or you can extend it to the entire length of your shoulder seam if you have enough scrap fabric. I'm going to serge the edges of this strip on all 4 sides so it can bear the strain of the drawstring and doesn't fray in the wash later. If you don't have a serger, you can cut the strip bigger with more seam allowance on the sides and tuck the edge in while you sew it onto the shoulder. I'm going to pin the strip in place and make sure that everything is lined up and divided correctly. Then I'm going to stitch the sides first and then the center seam, which should ideally line up over the shoulder seam and should be invisible. Now it's time to attach the waistband. For this, I'm measuring out the elastic around my waist. I want a comfortable fit. Since I'm going for the exposed elastic look, I'm keeping it loose so it doesn't dig into my belly. I'm going to close the elastic band in a loop and double stitch it and then over stitch it to make the seam lay flat. I'm going to serge the bodice hem so it doesn't fray once attached to the elastic. Again, if you don't have a serger, you can make a rolled hem. Now I'm going to divide and mark the elastic in 4 equal sections and mark the points on the elastic, and similarly I'm making 4 equal points on the bodice. I'm going to match these points up and I'm going to pin the elastic and bodice on these points. Now starting from the middle elastic seam, I'm going to pull the elastic to stretch section by section to match the size of the bodice hem and overstitch the two together. The elastic will be on top and the hem will be underneath. only 4 sections seem precarious to you, you can add more contact points along the waistline to make the process of attaching the elastic to the hem easier for yourself. To complete the upper half of the dress, the only thing that remains now is the drawstring. I'm using this 1/4 inch wide pack of black cotton bias tape to make my drawstring. I'm simply top stitching the bias tape and making the drawstring. There's nothing else required. You could also use ribbons if you want. Since I had 4 yards of this drawstring, I decided to make double string ties on the shoulder. The drawstring goes in from one side of the channel and comes out the other side, creating lovely soft gathers on the shoulder. You can tie the drawstrings together and create a nice bow, or you can just leave them loose hanging and they still look very cute. And now the final step, which is attaching the skirt. I've already serged the top edge of the skirt. I'm going to repeat the process of dividing the top hem and the elastic into 4 sections and pinning them together. Then I'm simply stretching the elastic section by section and top stitching until the entire skirt is attached to the elastic. That's pretty much it, guys. The dress is ready. Let's have a final reveal.
Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this.
I hope you like this transformation. I loved it because the dress looks amazing, it feels amazing, it fits me so well, it's so comfortable, and I think I'm gonna wear this dress all summer. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Gotta keep this feeling, keep on